and will therefore be banished to the past where you will live like a bastard with all the other unevolved savages. You will also have to perform community service in the form of tasks that must be completed before you can be allowed to return home to your cheap life.
London is just like any other city, except it's different. As a visitor from the 31st century, I'm constantly amazed by the behaviour patterns of the locals as they continue their pre-programmed life sequences, unaware that since the invention of time travel, the city, and indeed the entire continuum, is no longer a safe place.
Won't you join us in some karaoke?
I spend most of my prison life in this prehistoric flat with nothing but my books, gigatapes, triple Lungaloid duvet bony Frigidwave with authentic Bellamy grapple snaps, and a time cable capable television that picks up programs from the future to remind me of home. Oh, and my social worker Dave.
Larry, I am sorry to disturb you, but Rufus wants to speak with you immediately.
Ah, great.
Hello, Larry. How are you today?
What do you want, Rufus?
You really should learn to relax, Larry. Perhaps soon this will all be over, and you can go home to your cheap little house and your cheaper wife.
When I get back, we'll talk about it.
About what?
About why you want me to beat you to death.
We still have more missions to complete before we can allow you to go home.
How many more?
No, I can't disclose that information.
We'll get to the point then.
Yes, well, we have information that certain time calls have been made from a telephone box. In your time, we've tested the voice wave, and it corresponds exactly with a missing Section A prisoner.
Section A. That's genocide. Karaoke.
The time calls in question were in fact to a cloning agency. There is an extremely high cause for concern on this one, Larry.
Do you have a face print?
No.
Leg mold?
No.
Pubic hair sample?
Not yet, though I am working on it.
About a name?
No. I'm really, really sorry. You know how I hate to send you out in the field to wander around like a Neanderthal, with no real idea what you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, I'm going to go now, Larry. I'll say hello to your wife if I see her in one of the bars I frequent. I often do. Nice lady. Little cheap for me, though.
Don't you worry about what that asshole said. I have a very good friend who knows your wife. He said she's very far from cheap.
Dave, I'm trying to watch Timetable. Thank you very much.
You watch too much television.
Shut up.
Hello and welcome to Timetable, bringing the future to you.
I think we'll go for the usual.
You have selected Mind Numbing.
Really used to love Xenia. Everybody did. She was so full of life, and she was mine. Her pert dimmocks, the way she laughed, her soft lips, that sweet angelic voice. But then she died. Gone. Forever. Then a friend pointed me in the direction of the folk at Lazarus, and within minutes I had 10 Xenias, one for every day of the week.
So if a loved one dies, be it your granny or a pet panda, call us now, because at Lazarus, raising the dead is our daily bread. That's Bernard. Now Bernard knows that if I say 9 o'clock, I really mean about 9:45 or something. He understands me, we're on the same level, like fire and ice. Torval and Dean. I'm the brains, the charm, looks, class. And Bernard's got a car. As we drove to the phone box, Bernard didn't speak. I suppose he must have had another fight with Jill, his violent girlfriend. She often kicks the shit out of him. Bernard waited until he thought I was asleep, then he stopped for some belly fat. He's like that, tight-fisted, a skill he learnt from his skinflint mother who used to hoard milk bottle tops in the belief that one day they would be worth more than gold. She bought a shotgun and would stand at the window shooting magpies. Nutter. As I lay there pretending to sleep, I remember thinking to myself, how sorry is the man who waits for his friend to slumber before dipping into his fackle shacket for his beef money? And how righteous is the man who, through no fault of his own, receives a free hand-delivered slice of beef between two floury baps? For he is indeed fantastic.
Larry, as your social worker, I feel I should warn you that you have just violated sections 22 through to 178 of the Omnigalactic Code. You are only allowed to stop time in a life or death emergency. And apart from carrying the death sentence, it is also rude to eat Bernard's burger. You know very well what I mean.
I was having fun, busy playing with Bernard's grip on reality. How was I to know that elsewhere in the city strange things were happening?
You are indeed the most good of girls. The doctor will be very impressed with our latest specimens, I think. Oh, yes. Let us all join now in some karaoke!
Within seconds of arriving at the phone box, I detected that my detection skills were lame, and I'd rather be at home watching Timetable.
Larry, this phone box smells of gypsy piss. And to make matters worse, Rufus wants to speak with you.
You're beginning to feel at home in the 21st century, Larry. You're beginning to develop that caveman look.
Well, it's a lovely phone box you've dragged me to, Rufus, but I don't see any escaped convicts in it.
You mustn't stop them, Larry. The balance of the continuum is in jeopardy.
Perhaps this time you might give me some information so I can at least pretend to look for them.
No. I am as yet unable to help you on that one, Larry. Sorry.
You're not being very helpful, Rufus.
No, I'm not, am I? Mind you, I am awfully tired. But that's not entirely your fault.
Thank you very much.
You saw your wife last night, and this morning. I'm seeing her again tonight.
He's so full of shit. There's no way he could afford your wife for the whole night. He must have meant your mother. Lazarus. What the fuck is Lazarus when it's at home?
I've just spoken with Dr. Ladd. He informs me that this is indeed the most foul and perverted of cities. He told me of how the people mince and prance like little rats with dungarees.
Soft shoes, cucumbers and sausages! Shine your hypnotic light, oh my dear little Alice. Rise up like a magical hippo and brighten up this filthy city. Illuminate their dull little lives with your magical glow. Their tiny minds will easily fall like horses under your spell. And they will float themselves to me like little ducks with mullet haircuts and moustaches. For too long have they lived in the past. It's time for us to show them the future.
Thank you, Steve. Now on line C, we have Kevin.
My girlfriend levitated through the window, past the garden, and down the road into the distance. Didn't take anything with her, and I thought I'd give you a ring and vent my frustration.
What's that like?
That's what we in the future refer to as a light.
And should those people be floating like that?
No.
Any ideas, Dave?
Yes, let's go and pick up some bitches.
I think you meant ideas as to here and now of this situation, Dave.
The floating pedestrians and cars without drivers would suggest mass hypnosis.
Mass hypnosis, eh? And of course I'm not susceptible because I'm immune to these things, having evolved to overcome these psychological rapes.
But wouldn't I be affected?
I can only presume your stupid-looking cat is protecting your tiny brain.
Nice one.
Where do you think they're all going, Dave?
There appears to be some kind of tractor beam that is drawing them all to one location.
Yeah, but where?
I don't know.
Why don't we just...
I've heard that voice before.
Who is it? Who is it?
I don't know. Let's go! No, let's go! Let's go! Why have you stopped? Come on, let's go. We've got to go. Why have you stopped?
I've got to go home.
Why?
I've forgotten my trousers.
No, you haven't.
Okay, I'm scared. Okay? You happy? I'm scared. Bernard is scared.
It's a dangerous world, Bernard. Just stepping outside your front door, there's a 97% chance that a piano's going to fall on your head. Or some drug-crazed kindergarten pupil is going to shoot your face off with their dad's machine gun. But some people, Bernard, some right-minded people, because it takes guts to say anything in this world, some people believe that we can overcome those dangers and make a better world. A better world for kids, and for the elderly, and for elephants, and for people with beards. A world where everyone has an all-year suntan and can walk down the street without feeling that some nutter with a balaclava is going to jump out from behind a postbox, put you in a sack and rape you. My Uncle Eubank had often told me as a child stories of time pirates and how they would suck entire civilizations into time ships to be sold at reasonable prices for their DNA. I never believed him. No one ever did it.
Now that the last of our new friends is aboard, it will soon be time to switch off their minds. They will all dance to our tune like hairy flamingos and sing together in the greatest karaoke in the history of the omnibus. Oh yes, oh yes, yes. And I, Wendy Windblows, will be the most admired and respected karaoke star in the omnibus.
Hello, Wendy.
It's you! You!
Thought you were dead.
I was. You made sure of that when you did what you did.
You raped me first.
You were dying for it.
Larry, she must be a clone.
Ah, I see.
Yes. I'm identical to myself in every regard.
She's ugly.
What the fuck did you just... What did he say?
He said you look very nice.
Oh. He did he?
Bernard's Paul.
That's nice.
Go for it, lad.
You're a naughty little lion. What's your name?
Don't worry, Bernard.
You like playing games?
Dirty bitch.
Nasty games.
Filthy slag.
Oh, so bad. The games you play. You play them so well.
She's such a whore.
You and me are going to play something.
You lucky bastard.
We're going to go up into that time ship. And we're going to rape each other. Never!
He's gone, Larry.
He is indeed a feisty little one. You'll soon learn some respect.
Who cloned you, Wendy?
Whoever it was has clearly ignored the laws of decency.
You did!
Hello, Larry. Larry.
It's you who's attacked.
Friends call me Laz. You can call me Dr. Larry.
Dr. Laz is the creator of the Laz R.S. Corporation, creating high-quality clones for sale at reasonable prices. Quark vaccines, blood workers, wine bar combo.
Artists, scientists, hot dog salesmen, people with beards.
greatest minds and bodies handpicked from the finest bantons on Earth's history. In other words, you collect DNA codes like some sad stamp collector.
Yes, and he knows how to satisfy a woman with his cock. As we speak, our new friends are on board our incredibly handsome fathership, heading towards new lives, new mass-produced lives. Lives where they will have a chance to sit alongside the most finest clones in humanity on the shelves of the finest shop. To be sold for the most reasonable amount of money possible ever in the world. In history, there have been many such things that struck time made more than a piece of lemon. Nothing as big as this. This is gonna bloody be great. Do you have a last request before you die like a little rabbit?
A cigarette?
Larry,
There you are, one filthy little
you
snout.
don't smoke.
No, you smoke.
Oh, I get it. You're doing that thing.
I can't find my lighter. Have you got a lighter, Larry?
Here, use mine.
People say burning human flesh smells a lot like chicken. I think it smells more like bacon, but not salty. A mixture of feelings go through a man's Bruno when burning someone to death, and that time was no exception. I remember feeling sorry for Wendy. We went back a long way. Never did like firing people.
You always say that. You were only doing your job in an overly violent fashion.
Larry, great, you killed her. Brilliant. It's her idea, you know.
He's full of
I'm
shit.
just, playing along with it.
Sometimes people drift apart, move in different directions. As I watched myself burn to death, I felt like a curly-haired man-god stallion, riding the crest of an evil wave of barefaced cheekiness. And it felt good.
Larry, a minute ago, your old flame was in flames.
Yeah, about flaming time. Anyway, she's more like her favourite fairy tale character now.
Really? Who's that?
Cinders.
Ha 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 he ha he ha ho ho he, that was so funny. I haven't laughed this hard since the last time I laughed this hard. Ha 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 he ho. Oh yes. Larry, look, in the sky. We're going to die. They're coming back. They're going to kill us. And it's all your fault, you shitty bastard. I hope you're happy.
Larry, up here!
Bernard!
Oh no, he's still alive.
Yeah, it's me!
I burned that tits off!
Well, this is nice. Remember the
Get down
last
from
time
there,
I
Bernard.
really let my hair
Hurt
down
yourself.
like this?
Just gonna get this all headed down.
Really?
Come on, that.
Oh, yeah?
Bernard! No, no, Bernard! No, wait! Take me with. That ship up and get up!
It's too late. He can't hear you.
Hello, Rufus.
Do you like my new hairdo?
It's really tasteful.
I'm going to a disco tonight, Harry.
That's nice.
With your wife.
Really.
And anyway, I have some further information on your suspect. It's a woman. Her name's...
Windy Windblow?
How do you know?
Because I just incinerated her.
Well, none of us like karaoke. Incineration's too good for them, in my opinion.
So am I going to get to go home now?
It's not quite possible, sorry.
And with that, I was gone.
But I'll talk to headquarters on your behalf. See if they can't maybe do some way of moving you up the ladder, you know. Anyway, you have to complete all your missions.